I get clients, and when I start talking to, and it's quite strange, you know, a lot of PTs don't do diet plans no more. I don't, I don't know where we're at with that. But if I go to give them the calories, protein intake, most women say to me, that's way too many calories.
Yeah.
Which just shows the uneducation, because I've had people who are obese say to me, that's too many calories, until I have to sit them down and explain to them, look, I don't mean to be rude, but you've been trebling them calories to be where you are today.
Yeah.
I gave somebody 1,400 calories who was something like 9, 10 stone as a maintenance, and it was only yesterday, and they said, I don't eat that many calories. And I'm thinking to myself, the misconception of food and calories now is that if we eat as least as possible,
The weight
we
will magically
lose as
fall off.
much weight as possible.
Well, let's be honest. If they're doing the same thing, why do you think, right, doing the same thing of like throwing shit at the wall till something sticks is going to work, you know what I mean? If you've been eating 500 calories a day and you're not losing weight, that might be the problem, you know what I mean?
The idea of it, for me, is, yes, if you look at someone in a coma or a third world country, you know, obviously you eat less, you lose weight.
Yeah, but you're going to lose
It's
muscle.
muscle.
Yeah.
That's the problem. We're trying, in our industry, we're trying to maintain muscle. We're trying to build muscle, make people look healthier. It just makes you look healthier. Obviously nowadays, you know, you've got people on Monjaro and all that, but look, I don't care who you are, you just can't be arsed. And if you fucking can't be arsed, lifting or training, just scrap it. There's no point fucking going on that shite, because when you're off that shite, you're just going to have that still can't be arsed attitude. You just can't be arsed. And if that's the reflection of your life, I must do me head in nowadays is to put a post up, lost 3 stone in 3 days on Monjaro. That's nothing to be proud of.
Yeah.
It's not. You shouldn't advertise it.
I think we should also talk about as well, so like obviously once you get the calorie intake and that, a lot of people seem to like self-sabotage. So it's like, say for example, you go for this all or nothing mindset. If you go from someone who's like, say for example, you're eating loads of shit all the time, and you're like constantly eating on fucking crap, and then you think, I'm gonna drop it all, I'm gonna go clean, I'm gonna have my chicken and broccoli every day and all that.
Maintain it.
It'll work for a week until you get to 17, your mate goes, yeah, I don't want a Guinness, or
You
fucking
have to
eat
know
shite, and then you brag back on it again.
that when you're training and when you're dieting, you're still living.
Yeah.
And there's a very easy way to balance that out. There is, but I think the 7-day tracking is probably the best option for that. So we can take away of a day and add of a day, you know, and save calories for the weekend.
Well, that's what I say to a lot of my clients. Calorie banking is one of the best things you can do, really, because if you know you've got an event coming up, say, over Friday, you can think, all right, Monday to Thursday, I'll eat like 200 calories less than what I normally do. And you've got a bit more room to play around with than the Friday, because then over that weekly, you're still within your deficit, aren't you?
Which will then take away the stigma of people going, right, I've just had 17,000 calories Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but today's a fresh start. Doesn't work like that.
But this all or nothing mindset or self-sabotage when you have a bad day isn't going to get you anywhere, because it's like, you'll have one bad meal and think, right, rest of the week's fucked now, that's me done. Where it's like, this way the self-discipline's going to come in to be like, right, if I have a bad meal, the next one's going to be better, and then I just get right back on it, because one bad day is going to ruin your progress. That's why like the 7-day thing works well, because it's like, say for example you're in a deficit and you've got 15,000 calories to play around with over the week. If you just take your time and think, right, well, I went over by 300 calories today, I can just go back under, or to the calories that I'm on the following day, and then go under the next day, and you'll be within that calorie range over the week then, you know what I mean? So
It's like a bank. If you borrow money off the bank, you've got to pay it back. It's like everything. You've got to pay everything back. If you're going to eat them calories, you've got to pay it back somehow.
yeah.
The stigma of let's have a fresh start the next day, it doesn't work like that. Them calories you've eaten the day before still exist just because your mindset says I'm going to start fresh. Well, no, you still have to get rid of the calories that you've ate.
So I've had a few clients come to me before, and they're chasing their own tail all the time, because it's like, right, I'm going to start my diet this week, and then you get to like the end of the week and it's like, oh, fucked it now, so I'll just go back in circles and shit. And that's why they're always in a constant same position they are. And I say to them, like, you've got to stack habits, you know what I mean? And you've got to, like, it's not just going to happen in a week. Just because you stack for 2 days doesn't mean you're going to lose a fucking pound by the end of the week. That needs to be like daily, weekly, you know what I mean? It's got to add up. And
It's got to be consistent. You've
That's
got to
what I mean,
maintain. This is what I'm saying about these skinny jabs and all the shit that haven't. It's not changing your mindset. Now look, I know this is. It's quite difficult for me, believe it or not, to have this conversation, because I've seen grown men having this as well, and I have to ask, and I do, and I know there was always a bit of backlash nowadays because men can be emotional now apparently. If your mindset says to you, I can't be asked getting up, not eating for a little bit, or maintain a better food supply to my body and walking next, if I can't be asked just doing the basic shit like that, walking a bit and eating less, how is your lifestyle?
Yeah.
Is your fucking bed minty?
Well, I
Is
was
your
watching
fucking
a-
carpet dirty? Because you clearly just can't be asked. Now, let's put aside your illnesses and your diabetes, what they're made for. Of course, you know, that's normal. But I'm talking about someone who just goes, you know what? It's really hard for me to walk more and eat less. Okay, it might be. But how the fuck is how do you live day by day? Like, how do you tell your kids, I need you to go to school, be the best you can be, work hard, really dig deep and be the man. If you can't be asked doing it yourself, how do we do that? It's fucking difficult for me.
Yeah, I was watching a James Smith video the other day. He was talking about the Olympic and he's done videos. And he actually, because someone sort of like threw it on his toes and that's saying like they lost quite a bit of weight off it.
That's what it's made for, of course.
He tried it himself and he said he's talking about like some of the negative repercussions he felt off it. And he's coming back to it and he said, as much as it like, you know, did suppress the appetite a bit, there was other things that was interfering with his, like his blood work and shit like that. And he was just saying like he just doesn't agree with it, you know what I mean?
I've heard a few things, obviously, you know, it's quite common now that we're hearing about the company getting sued because there's liver issues, loads of damaged tissue, you know, but that doesn't matter because people don't care about it. I mean, I've even heard that your fucking fanny stinks, mate. Do you know what I mean? And if that's not going to put you off, then fuck me, what will? But, you know, I'm hearing different stories of different women and men saying to me, I had this, I had that, and this is what happened, and blah, blah. And I'm like, if you're hearing all these horror stories, what the fuck makes you then go, I think I'll have that?
Yeah.
Everything that they've lost apparently just goes straight back to the way it was. But it was because we've just mentioned you're not changing your mentality. You're still a greedy little bastard who can't be asked moving.
Yeah, well, if you use the analogy of like playing like the PlayStation, don't you? As I say, like playing the AL games, and you can get like cheat codes on it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you're just trying to rush the game.
Let you fuck the game up.
I mean, where the whole idea of it is to play through it, unlock it, beat it.
Or you little bastards on COD with your Cronus when I'm trying to fucking play. And some 9-year-old twat fucking kills me and then fucking teabags me and Nicki Minaj trying to go to war.
But this way life's getting now, you just want these cheat codes for everything, you know what I mean? Instead of just putting the graft in, working hard for way with it.
Because it wasn't like that a long time ago. Men were men, women were women, they all grafted hard. Now what I know, I'm pro-woman, as you know, lads. In my day, in my era, it was women that made men what they are today. And the women around me are very strong women that I'm fucking shit scared of them. But I have not witnessed what I witness nowadays from women and men trying to give their children the alleged best of everything when they're not setting that example themselves. I don't understand it no more. And it's very difficult to push that narrative on your children when you can't even be asked doing the basics. How do we do that? But that's where we're at with that. And I'm sure everyone's going to have their own opinion. And I know you're going to say, I need it for this, I need it for that. If you need it, you'll get prescribed it. Simple as that.